time limit on how long he gets to crow?
Well, I used to have a time limit on my Sins videos, causing some WWE pay-per-view sins to be split into multiple parts, but my fans and I decided that the best way to go through with my content is to have my videos all be in one episode instead of two. Oh shit, you were talking about Joey!
And I haven't seen any burger stands or restaurants since we got here.
Pegasus must really want to kill his competition of the Duelist Kingdom as a result of participants dying from starvation. Also, you'd really think that the invitations to the Duelist Kingdom tournament would give a warning that says bring your own food and drink because we don't have any ways of taking care of you, despite the fact that you're participating on our property, thus we are solely responsible for anything that happens to you. But apparently they didn't.
I've gotta have my 5 basic food group.
Skip!
It lists all the plants, roots, berries, and grasses we can eat.
The one thing this show could do to make Tristan useful, and instead he's just going to be relegated to annoying us all with a survival guidebook that most likely has zero info on what grows in the Duelist Kingdom. I guarantee I'm not the only one who's ever asked this, but what's the point of this character?
See ya!
He's hallucinating.
Considering Joey smelled the fish from that far distance, how the hell can't anyone else smell it too? Or did the distance of the aroma end where Joey was standing despite being so far away?
Oh man, I just love barbecued fish.
That fish clearly looks burnt, so I wouldn't trust it anyway.
No self-control. Huh? Joey, save some.
Figured out Tristan's reason for existing in this series, to be a poorly attempted comedic relief that even Jar Jar Binks would think is embarrassing.
Thieves, this is your last meal.
This freaky fish guy's intention was to lure duelists to his area with the food so that he can duel them for the star chips, but here he literally threatens to murder Yugi's gang. I guess he figures he could use the $3 million prize to pay off the lawsuits.
No one taught you manners.
In a world with magical millennium items and shadow realms, the one thing I can't give a pass to is the fact that giant waves literally dissolve into thin air upon impact. Also, with how close Mako Tsunami is to the gang, how did they not get splashed by the giant wave too before it magically dissolved into the thin air? Or is that the reason why they were spared?
A dueling glove? And aren't you Mako Tsunami?
Yugi recognizes Mako simply because he's wearing a dueling glove and not from, I don't know, his appearance? If he's the world-famous ocean duelist, wouldn't he have a recognizable face? It's like recognizing The Rock, but only because he raises his eyebrow.
And who might you be?
Mako Tsunami also doesn't recognize Yugi until it's revealed that he's the guy who beat Seto Kaiba, and many others have already recognized Yugi by his appearance compared to his accomplishment.
You're that freaky fish guy.
I am not a freaky fish god.
Twitter.
You're Yugimoto. Eat your fill.
One moment it's how dare you try to eat my fish, and then next moment it's oh shit this guy is Yugi, that means you guys can totally eat my fish now.
You saved our hides. We'd be starving without you.
So many duelists already got eliminated from the competition by losing their star chips. Sadly, the rest perished from starvation. Oh wait, this is the English dub. Let me censor that. The rest decided that they were too hungry to keep going and quit the competition to go home. That sounds like something 4Kids would do. Mako's attempt to murder Yugi failed, so instead he covers it up by saying he wanted to duel him instead. Quick recovery.
Honor me with a duel.
He's nuts.
Seriously? Mako is nuts because he wants to duel? The one freaking reason anybody is here in the first place? Oh sure, let's hang around and do nothing instead of duel for a chance at $3 million in soul releases.
I laid it out and lured you three.
I mean, Yugi and company could just turn around and leave right now, taking Mako's harpoon with them. Not really a trap when the prey can freely walk here. 3 questions. First of all, why wasn't that dueling arena already set up for participation? Since Mako reeled in a duelist a short time ago, it should still be standing. Why would it go back down into the ocean? Second question, who triggered that arena to show up in the first place? Does it just hang out underwater until someone declares a duel and it activates upon hearing the voices? Is Mako somehow controlling it? And final question, how the hell are either Mako or Yugi supposed to get onto the podiums in the first place? I'm guessing they could jump onto the field from the edge of the cliff and walk to their podiums from there, but they wouldn't be able to reach their side because the podium is higher above the field. Did they jump into the ocean and ascend an elevator? I guess how they got there doesn't matter.
I'm curious to see.
It's the first move and Mako already said an ocean pun. Fuck, I am not gonna do well in this show, am I?
How do I choose which card to play when I can't even see what I'm fighting?
Considering the card databases clearly show what the opponent's side has, the charade of Mako's monsters hiding underwater shouldn't be an issue unless they're face down in defense mode.
Clearly, this is Yugi's first encounter with sea-based duel monsters.
This continues to show that Yugi's grandpa, despite owning a game shop dedicated to duel monsters, was the wrong guy to turn to when it came to knowing everything about the game, since Yugi is shocked at the sight of ocean cards.
Something's fishy.
Enough with the puns!
But I can still raise a strong defense. The horn!
Yugi figures he should set up a strong defense, but then proceeds to place the horned imp in attack mode. So much for a strong defense.
Attack!
Sure thing, Yugi. I can totally attack this freaking kraken despite its tentacles completely preventing me from doing so, and the obvious factor that its attack points are higher than mine. No problem. Holy shit, I can talk to!
Feral Imp!
Yugi figures he can destroy Mako's monster with his next card, the Feral Imp, but the attack strength is literally equal to the imp that got destroyed.
Giant jellyfish!
Mako plays the giant jellyfish in face-down defense mode despite announcing what card he's playing. Why not play it in face-up defense mode if you're just going to reveal what it is?
I don't like the sound of that.
Me neither. That sounds nothing like a jellyfish. If anything, that was a whale.
And water conducts electricity.
Huh, I guess maybe Mako's in the clear when it comes to announcing his giant jellyfish, considering Joey forgot about that creature entirely.
The magic of the full moon!
The full moon is apparently a magic card in Duel Monsters, but after that crazy finish of this duel, I can see why it was never brought up again.
My father was a great...
Just when this duel was actually starting to pick up its momentum, it's time to stop the momentum and discuss Mako's backstory, something we could have done when the gang asked him what his intentions were when it came to winning the tournament.
I know my father is alive!
I really hate being the guy to say this, but if Mako's father has been out in the ocean with nothing but a life raft after all these years, I don't think he is anymore.
Destroy the moon!
It is not possible for any monster to attack magic cards unless they have a special ability to do so. Here, Yugi has his giant soldier of stone destroys full moon magic cards simply because of a reason for me to give this 30 sins, because no amount of plot convenience can excuse this.
You have no ocean left.
Considering the full moon wasn't placed until halfway through this duel, shouldn't that actually mean that the field goes back to its original 50% ocean and land base? Why does the entire ocean get dissolved when the moon was destroyed?
This victory was not easily won.
Actually, that was literally the easiest win I have seen in this show so far, and I saw Taya beat Joey at the start of the second episode. Mako is swimming so fast that he hasn't even moved from his position whatsoever. Yep, I just said that.